Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to another Caster Chronicles weekly spoiler video. So, we got a couple things to go over for today, so we'll just jump into it. As always, if you guys are looking for Caster Chronicles singles or sealed product, as well as Force of Will singles and sealed product, including pre-orders for the next Force of Will set and starter decks and all that, be sure to click the link in the description for Happy Little Hug Factory, and make sure you click that link before you go over there so that they know we sent you over. Especially if you guys are looking for Caster Chronicles themes and product and all that, be sure you go over there and support it so that you can show them if you want them to continue carrying Caster Chronicles product going forward. That would be awesome. So, in the spoilers, first up we got the Divine Move, which is a 2-cost blue conjure. As an additional cost to play this card, banish one Liberal Arts Club Servant. Basically all the stuff to set up for the Deity for this one, which is Mercurius. So this is a pretty cool looking card. The same enter ability and leaving the field and all that. Her tap ability is remove a divinity card from this counter from this card, search your deck for an Aqua caster, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck and discard a card. That's a pretty interesting ability, so it allows you to search your deck for something. It doesn't go straight into the field, it's just into your hand, which is still pretty good. And you discard a card, which could be good if you're trying to set up your graveyard. There's a lot of graveyard plays inside of Caster Chronicles, so it could just be an all-around good setup move. Second ability is tap, remove 4 divinity counters from this card, search your deck for a card and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So it's basically just 2 different searches. One, you have to pay 3 more counters to just get any card you want. I feel like most of the time that second part won't be necessarily as worth it as the first one, but we'll kind of see how it gets played out. Next we have Canvas. It's a 4-cost servant, 2000 attack and defense, art club, talent. Step Up Art Club. Not sure what Step Up is. We'll see if it gets explained later on, maybe, that I missed. Enter ability. If this card is rested, it becomes a copy of target enemy servant. If it does, recover this card. So, is it saying if it enters the field rested, essentially? Because it's an enter ability. That's an interesting one. If you guys can sort of maybe explain to me how that could possibly work, because I'm kind of confused on it. But yeah, that sounds super interesting. I'm curious what Step Up is. Next we have our level 1 caster, Art Club and Talent. Tap, gain control of target servant with a cost 2 or less if an allied Art Club servant enter the field rested this turn. Okay, there's the enter in the field rested showing up there. And that gaining control could be a really cool combo if you are able to work with some other things there. Next we have Riula Pentura. This is also a caster, Art Club and Talent. Tap to reveal X amount of talents from your hand. If you do draw X cards, then discard X cards. So if you have 3 talents in your hand, you would draw 3 cards, then discard 3 cards, which once again could be really good, especially with the amount of graveyard plays there are in this game. You could really set up for some really good things and basically helping fix your hand as well on top of it all. Oh, this is really pretty cool art. Etapurka, all face down, gain ice element. Tap, put a divinity counter on target allied deity, so another vanilla card to go with that. Marker, they're using this artist a lot, which I love. I really like this artist. But 3-cost servant, 2000 attack, 1000 defense, Art Club, Step Up. Okay, here's the explanation of it. Step Up Art Club. As you play this card, you may rest 1 or more allied Art Club servants. You may pay X less to play this card, where X is the combined total of servants rested this way. If the total cost reduces more than this card's cost, you may play this card without paying its cost instead. If you do either of these effects, this card enters the field rested. Whole lot going on there. So I assume the step ability is everything red. Beyond that, the Art Club is the subtype. So if it said Step Up Gymnastics Club, then everything would be the exact same, except you would sub Art Club, where it says you may rest 1 or more allied Art Club servants. You would sub that with Gymnastics Club, etc. So that's a really interesting ability, and I like that. I like that the amount of layers of different things that could be happening inside of the game with all these different effects is really cool. And then enter, draw 2 cards if this card is rested. So we'll see if the resting mechanic is really good or not, if it's worth it in the end for the amount of effects and stuff you get off of it, because you are losing out on potential attacks. It could be good, especially for building up. When attacking wouldn't matter anyways, because your opponent has a reverse servant or and different things like that that are just too strong for you to get by. I think that could be good overall. Plaster figure. So this is a 5 cost, 0 attack, 4,000 defense. Art Club. Step up for Art Club as well. Enter, gain control of target enemy servant if this card is rested. So you got a whole lot of combos that could be going on there. And gain control of any servant at all permanently. That seems like a decent play. Paint. Very colorful. 1 cost, servant, 500 attack and defense. Art Club with step up as well. Enter, draw a card if this card is rested. So once again, just a lot of cool interplay going on. Paintbrush. Now this is a pretty card. 2 costs, 1,000. Step up Art Club. Whenever this card attacks, reveal any amount of talents from your hand. If you do, target enemy player then removes cards in their graveyard from the game equal to the amount of talents revealed this way. So that's a good way to just control your opponent. Like I said, there's a lot of graveyard play inside of this game, so that's just a good way to control. And downside is your opponent chooses the cards, not you. However, it's still, if you're removing, say, 3 cards and they only have 3 cards in their graveyard, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter too much. Next we have Sherry, you know, like Sherry from Force of Will. Get it? Get it? Level 2 caster, banish another Sherry, recover target reversed enemy servant. So we got our recover mechanic there, so you can have stuff enter the field rested, get all the effects from it, and then recover it and do your thing, or any other effects like that. Tap, gain control of target enemy servant if it's switched this turn. That's really strong, potentially. So that could be pretty cool. Yeah, that seems really strong to me. Level 2 caster, Clara Shuri. Banish another Clara Shuri. Gain control of target reversed enemy servant with the total cost of 3 or less. Tap, target allied servant gains enemy servants must attack this card if able until end of turn. That is also really strong. We're getting a lot of game control mechanics in here. You could almost be running a deck where your opponent just can never control a servant because you're stealing them all, which would be pretty funny. So being able to get 3 cost or less reverse servant just out of the way, so you can not only have room to swing in, but now you got an extra sweener as well. That came out wrong. But being able to make it so you basically have a similar version to a reverse servant without actually having to reverse a servant. And even better so, because all your enemy's servants have to attack said servant with that quick cast tap ability. Could be really good, especially if none of your opponents are able to actually kill it. And so yeah, that about does it for this week's spoilers. A lot of cool stuff. I think some pretty strong stuff as well coming out there. So let us know what you guys think, what you guys might looking forward to. I assume we're getting close to the end here pretty soon, so we'll see how this goes, and we'll see you guys next time.